Oh, hell yeah, brother. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Hi, howdy, hey, everybody. Welcome back, one and all, to our official 2-year anniversary for Curse of Strahd. This is freaking
Happy
amazing.
2-year anniversary,
Happy
everybody.
anniversary to you.
It's
Happy
two
anniversary
years?
to you. Yeah,
Yeah, our first
January
session was
9th,
on January 9th. Yeah, sorry.
2022 was when we started off. Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
the 15th.
We missed it. It's okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry that you guys weren't available on the 9th. That's on me,
The
I guess.
hell, Liam.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on the ball for literally everything else, which is not even remotely true. The fact of like at this point in the recording, I have just uploaded our July video, so this is gonna be up in 3 years. So woot. Uh on that note, happy few days after our anniversary, everybody. This is gonna be fucking wild. I'm so excited to be here. You guys know me. My name is Liam. I'm the Dungeon Daddy here for Novice DMing and for this campaign of Curse of Strahd. We got Noah, we got Padon, we got Kylah, we got David, we got all the gang here. For our
Hello.
wonderful Barovian travelers. Yeah, we're gonna get started right away here. We've just been away from D&D for a little while, so I was just gonna open up with just asking if anybody has any questions whatsoever about anything.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, probably,
How
but
do you play again?
Thank
So-
you. I'm glad somebody said it.
Has
You
Wystera-
involve
Are there-
yourself.
is there going to be a board or something related to Jenga that we
Is
can
there
kind of look
math?
over?
what page are
There
we?
is.
What page are we on?
What page are we on? We are on page 1 second.
Is there a test?
Oh, yes, over and over again.
We are on page 43. So
Well, thank goodness.
No,
All
I
right.
appreciate the community reference, by the way.
Thank you. Someone got it. Thank you.
I do too. I got it too. I was trying to be
Yeah,
clever
well-
with saying yeah, there is a
yeah, well-
tower, but
Peyton acknowledged me, so
that's true.
he
I don't
wins.
acknowledge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Peyton,
acknowledge
you
you
win.
ever. Peyton wins D&D, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
Congratulations.
guys, that's it. Peyton won D&D
Points-
on the
points
2-year
for-
anniversary.
I would
You
like
said-
to thank everybody. Peyton, would you like to please make a an acceptance speech for your win?
Fuck all
And-
of you, I'm the best.
And for
Yeah.
winning, you win the company. You're in charge
That's-
of this now. You're
that's
the
spoken
DM.
like
I'm
a-
the dungeon daddy now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wow.
Your eyes got really wide when you said that.
I'm gonna have to change.
The power has already gone to your head.
That's the
In
power of a
10
man who's
seconds.
just bought a fedora.
We're in
Oh.
danger.
We're in danger. I would love to see Padon become a dungeon daddy and just decimate everyone. Welcome to D&D, everybody. You are all naked and exposed in a hot white light room. What the fuck?
Have you been reading my dream journal?
Oh god. Oh no. Anyway, so we are back, and if we don't have any questions presently, we are gonna be diving in here to the Valley of Barovia right now for this session of Curse of Strahd. When last we left off with our band of adventurers, you guys had a hell of a day. Beginning this morning in the pitch black with the suicide of the Burgomaster of Kresk after you guys had returned with Esmeralda de Avenir from going to a tower. You guys had a confrontation with the abbot in the Abbey of St. Marta Cove. You guys went to the Wizard of Wines and found nobody there in a totally ramshackled winery with some of the some grapes regrowing. You guys had seen you guys had seen ghosts. Like, you guys had fought the ghost that was inside Eren to get him replaced with a new spirit, tying him back to his ancestors. Sly was really moody and almost killed Kari. You guys ate an owl. You guys took 3 children to a tower, and then Squally used had those children, Martin, help him get to a freaking swarm of ravens to go find Perez. Eren and Squally were old. You guys went to the ruins of Barovia or of Berez, saw another were-raven, tried to go kill a bunch of scarecrows, fought a house, lost to a house. Esmeralda got squished by a giant skull head. Yeah, some lady turned into bugs. You guys got back to a wagon. You guys removed one of Sly's many curses and chucked a sword into the river that Wystera then went back and almost drove the wagon into the river to get it back, and then talking to the sword in the river. And then you guys drove back to Kresk, talked to Anna Kreskovia, the burgomaster, drove past Valaki so you guys could go to the village of Barovia, got shot at. Squally and Wystera didn't sleep. Then you guys got to Barovia, where Ismark had abandoned doing his work because he was getting ready to go see Irina again. Then you guys went to go shopping, met the met the shopkeep Bildrath, who got into a little bit of riot profiteering. You guys fought some rioters, killed one person of Barovia. It got really sad. And then, Eren's no longer old, and Bildrath's eye popped out of his face. That's what happened in the course of a day and a morning.
When you put it that way.
Quick question. We've been playing this campaign for like 2 years. How long has it been for our characters?
You definitely played for over a week in terms of it. It's been probably 1 week, 2 weeks. You've been about a week and a half at this point, I believe.
What? Not even a month. Holy
Not even a month.
What a mess.
So, did we get the dress in on time? Like, did that happen?
That has not been acquired yet.
That hasn't. Okay.
No, they've been
I would
working
have
on
thought
it
we
for
had gone
over a week now.
So if we can extrapolate the way it's gone so far, the dress won't be ready for a year.
I know.
Half a year. 6 months. Like in
It'll
real
be
time.
done. I don't know. You have to
6
go
months for
ask
real
her.
time.
Oh
You have to
God.
ask Delisnia, and she will let you know.
I
But
bet
for
she will.
but for us, it's been 2 years since we got that info. For her, it's been a week and a half. So when we've all forgotten over the course of months, I mean the players, like us as players, forget because the course over months. But she just has these random people coming back every day. Be like,
Yeah.
so like, do you need this now?
Yeah.
We have not forgotten, Sly. You have forgotten.
Huh? But
Ow.
Sly and Noah have forgotten.
Yeah. Let us just say that what essentially has happened, and not even a week and a half, it's been probably a week for her, because that was like the second day you guys entered into the Valley of Barovia.
Oh yeah. Wow. That is really amazing to think about. I'm a little flabbergasted that it's only been a week
Right?
and a half or 10 days.
I mean, look at that. Look at you guys. You guys got to level freaking, like, at least between you all, like 7 and 8 in a week
Thank
and a
you,
half.
Liam. That's very kind. I thought you were going to say, look at all the shit you've done wrong in a week and a half.
I mean, a
Good
lot
for
of
you
people are
guys.
definitely dead, but
Good
that's,
job.
you know,
I mean, we died.
Right.
yeah.
Only took us
3 of
3
you
days.
died in the course of a week.
2 of us died.
In the course of a week, 3 of us have died.
Yeah. You almost killed Kari too.
Oh No wonder
Yeah.
Wystera keeps needing a nap.
But hey, listen, for
He's
every
thinking-
person that's died, you've also
Killed 14.
Yeah.
He's
So,
taken-
well, that's not true. There's been
Like
more people than you
villagers.
guys have all died.
He's
But
taken
yeah.
so many naps in this week and a half.
Everybody, yeah, when you're like, we got to take a long rest right now. It's been a long day. It's been literally 5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That's just how she feels sometimes.
it's just hey, we've all had those days.
Mama needs a rest.
Don't shame us.
Hey, let's see what happens with this new day.
Oh Lord.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna settle in and drop into this now. I'm gonna get into my my stage persona now.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, everyone. It is good to be here.
Good to be here too.
Well-
Hello.
What happens now? In the beginning of this is the time after the mob rousing that had taken place. Essentially what is going on, Alduina has been she's been moving back kind of just like into the crowd. She doesn't have the heart to really kind of be spurred into anything. Much of the mob has actually kind of not dispersed, but has been very moved to emptiness. The Barovian that had died on the street, what happens is this. You all have kind of taken this moment to see that life kind of almost looks as if it's going to just begin to go on again. And nothing will change from this experience or this encounter. What does change in one respect, there's one individual that actually begins to do something actively when everyone is sitting with this, and that is Ismark. Ismark goes to one of the nearby houses just off of Bildrath's Mercantile, and he begins to go to a house that has some of the wood that has been hammered in that belonged to the church. He begins to go to it and pull it off of the house. This catches the eyes of many of the Barovians, but what they see is, at first, many of them are nervous, but he continues to pull planks of wood, begins to carry them over, just kind of laying them down. He pulls out some of the nails that he can. As he is going and doing this, what happens is at one point there is like a sound of thudding on the inside of the room, the inside of the house. He pulls off a plank of wood across the door, sets it aside, and he opens up the door to the house. As he does, coming and stepping out is one of the familiar looking zombied forms that you guys had encountered in your first day being here. Ismark takes his kind of like a blunt mace. He swings it across the creature's head, and he just kind of begins to slam down onto it, continuously hitting it until the familiar kind of like smoke around this creature bursts and disperses off. So the creature is destroyed. He goes into the house, begins to grab some blankets that are soiled, grabs some more wood, and then a hammer. And with some of what he can salvage of the nails, he begins to hammer the pieces of wood together, forming a box, kind of like a flattened-out box with no kind of like top, fairly long. He puts blankets inside of it. Ismark begins to push the box across the ground, scraping it with the muck in the main road, pushing it closer and closer to where the crowd was and where the big bonfire is. At this point, the spirits that had been kind of moving out from the graveyard are beginning to disperse in terms of like the actual image of them is fading. As Ismark begins to push the box closer and closer, nearing the individual that is lying on the ground. He calls out to some of the villagers. I need some help here. Someone, go out. Begin to dig a hole in the cemetery. And then someone kind of comes over. He goes actually over, grabs a shovel, and lifts it up. Who wants to volunteer?
Fly walks over and grabs the shovel.
You grab it immediately.
This is
In
for
this
the
moment,
sorry, Gam, this is for the woman who died, right?
yes, this is the woman
Okay,
who
cool. So I was gonna
what,
go to the cemetery and is gonna try and find like the highest spot that he can.
Okay. There is a small mound in this area that you could go over to. There's a couple of gravestones around it, but there is some openings here. You begin to just dig a hole. One other Barovian grabs a shovel as well. This person doesn't have the kind of the blue skin of the rest of them. They have a more of a kind of a lightish brown tint to their skin, and they begin to move over with Sly helping. A little kid who does have blue skin moves over to the body and tries to lift up from the head, staring into it as Ismark kind of like helps ease them into the box.
Squally assists Ishmar.
Yeah, you kind of stand over with the kid, helping them out. You begin to dig a hole here. While Sly, you're doing this, does anybody else want to do anything else?
Vystra's still recovering from vomiting, but she sees what's happening and she doesn't know really what to do, but she kind of sheepishly follows everyone up to close to what's happening, but kind of sits on the ground about 10 feet away, 10 yards away.
I'll walk up to Squally and I'll just say, should we go get you young again?
I'm sure there's still time in a moment. I don't even know where that parchment is to give to Buldrath. We had it signed and Eldwina had it. I don't know where it is.
I'm gonna go look for the parchment then.
Sure. I mean, you can make a quick investigation check.
Yeah. Dice are necessary for this.
Remember that bit about how do we play?
Yeah, that bit about how we play the game. 9.
Of course.
9? Totally fine. Yeah, it doesn't take you too long. You were kind of just in the main space, but you know, you kind of like suss out where the mob was. You actually go into the inn that is here, and inside, you can see that the parchment is on the table, there, and you're able to grab it and pick it up. You get some eyes from the uh Vistani people inside of the inn, but then you begin to go.
I just go right back to Squally. Say, I found it.
And what's happening with the grave?
Sly and this other Barovian are digging it right now. The little kid looks up at you, and says, "I'm gonna be in there one day." And that's it. Ismark kind of ties a rope around it and starts kind of pulling it on his shoulders to kind of drag the box through. Bring it closer into the cemetery. So yeah, you guys are able to go and anywhere you would like for the next like at least the next hour and some.
Wystera is not going anywhere.
Yeah, after the burial, I'll look to Eren and say, yeah, let's go. Does it have the signatures at least?
I mean, it had the signature of Ismark. It didn't have Elduina's signature because essentially it was like a ploy that she was kind of going to be able to bring Wystera into that whole element, but she also doesn't really have any say or power in this. So having Ismark's signature is probably enough.
Okay. Yeah, let's bring this to him.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys go back into Bildrath's Mercantile. Periwinkle is taking down the banner for the bonanza, pulling down the signs, and he just looks at you and says, "We made good money," and then packs it all and begins to go inside. There are the two scouts, Yevgeny and Zolzadar, are, you know, going back to just sitting down, waiting. That's really it. And Bildrath is there. Huh, well, that was a grand experience. I'm very, very pleased with how that turned out. Is there anything else I can get for you? Your friend, and Kari's kind of with you guys at this point, and passes off to you. You are the guys that need it. Gives 3 torches to both of you to have. So like 3 and 3.
Awesome.
Nice.
3 torches.
3 torches. Inventory.
Yeah, we just need the other youngification.
Oh, yes. The other scroll. Of course, of course. Wonderful. You have the papers. Yes, yes. You have the signatures. Yes.
Pass it to him.
Okay. Very nice. We'll see how this works out. I'm really hoping that the place is able to stand up for the test of time now, so long as this burgomaster lives for the next 100, maybe even 12 days. So yes.
Sure.
All right.
Is your eye gonna fall out again?
We'll see. So let's look around here for that scroll. Begins digging around for a little bit.
Squally is like a stone wall. There's no motion, no color changes, just
Okay. Here we go. Now this is my last scroll of restoration on a greater scale. So let's see what we can do. You notice just with this one scroll here, give me one quick second here. Oh, great. Okay, amazing. Great. Roll that, and then roll this. Hey, look at that. Okay. So, Bildrath presents the scroll, which, Squally, you can read, is a greater restoration spell. Eren, you cannot. But he does not read the scroll itself. He opens up from his little book. As he opens up from his book, he goes, and he just begins to speak words into it, and this green light begins to emanate, creaking all around the book, beginning to transcribe as like different words and sigils and ciphers begin to illuminate onto the actual scroll. There's a moment in which Bildrath is staring up at it, and he begins to go, and as he begins to scream, as green light begins to flash and build and like almost like causes his eyes to flare up with fire. It's like singeing the tops of his eyebrows as he just begins to howl, as he begins to go, and you see as Squally, the paper itself begins to shrivel and crumple. As it does, your feathers begin to become more lustrous. Your body begins to relax. You begin to actually fill out more in some of your patches. You don't have that weird creak in your back and your legs anymore. You begin to age perfectly fine, and your beak is no more cracked. You are restored in this moment as the green light from the scroll causes the paper to shrivel up, and then the light stops flashing. And then Bildrath's eyes stop glowing with fire, and he goes, "Okay, well, that was really something. Ew. Oh, this feels weird. What? Oh, goodness.
Your eyes are on fire?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, goodness. You see his Bildrath's entire body has completely shriveled and cracked with wrinkles, and he looks to be about 40 years older at this moment.
I wouldn't say he looks a day over 20.
Did it backfire?
No, let's go.
What? Oh, I don't know. No? It's how it was always supposed to be? Okay,
Sure.
I
Let's
guess
go.
it's how it
You
was
look
meant
great.
to be.
Bye.
Oh, are you sure you don't need anything else?
We're already walking out the door.
Oh, he's got no eyebrows at this point. His hair is just like completely flashy. He's just wrinkled up. Okay. Oh, come again sometime. Oh.
Just look at Squally and I say, that guy's really creepy.
Yeah, you're telling me.
But we are young again. I go for a fist bump.
It doesn't hurt your arthritis anymore. So all right.
Yeah, let's go back, see what everyone else is doing, and then I kind of want to talk to Ishmark if the
Right.
opportunity so arises.
It will. Ismark, buries and puts in the hole that slide in this one Barovian dig. It's a little shallow, but they place the box in the hole. They begin to find like just some kind of actual covering for it. But they can't, so they just begin to toss kind of dirt on, like, just down as they can. But yeah, at this moment, no one says any words. Ismark just kind of like does the act. A few Barovians come to see what happens, but not very many. Elduina is absent as well. And And in this moment, Ismark kind of just takes the shovel back from the one Barovian, and he walks up to you, Sly, to take the other shovel. Nods and begins to, yeah, just kind of begins to get ready to go with the day. He just says, well, I better get to work making sure that everyone here is all right and doing what I should have been doing a long time ago.
Are you still planning on traveling?
I think that if Irina is safe, that's all right with me. I want her to come back home, but I want her to come back to a home worth coming back to. So there's a lot of work needs to be done. I'll be staying, yes.
Is there anything we can do?
Ismark kind of looks around and tries to say something. Give me an insight check.
14 teen. Oh wait, 1 second. Dirty 20.
You're 20. Okay. Ismark. You can tell Ismark is trying to keep the part of himself from being the hardened, angry leader of a people that has seen when you guys have come in help and contribute to things. It hasn't really been the most beneficial element, because what he's seeing now is that you are still coming back, and he doesn't want to ruin anything with this. Around the time he kind of is talking about this, you guys catch something on the wind. You hear a similar sounding music, like kind of a sing-song phrase, catch with a gentler, younger tone, but still with a sinisterness that comes through. And Squally, hearing this now, it carries with it a youthful scream just underneath the wind. Dream pastries. And Ismark looks at you, looks at all of you. There are many things that this village is in need of, but its people need to come together. We need to try and stand for ourselves, but there's a lot of other things out there that are trying to threaten us that we are not in the capacity to take care of. And I hope maybe you all could. Ismark also, he takes a second. He says, I also think it's right that you know this. I have been given an invitation directly. It was written to my father. Of course, my father has been passed for over a week now. Oh, he's been passed for almost near a month, but I was sent an invitation to a wedding happening at the castle. I will not be in attendance, and I am certain that my lack of attendance will bring about a wrath upon our village, and I am needing to prepare for that. So I will be taking the time to bolster our defenses and get ready for an oncoming attack. Dream pastries.
When is the wedding again?
The wedding is set for 2 days from now.
Well, the dress won't be ready by then.
Pardon?
I don't think the abbot is really our friend anymore. So I don't know if we have to worry about the dress.
Flyovers, as you mentioned, we don't have to worry about the dress and pouts quietly.
Well, it wasn't going to be your dress anyways, which was a terrible decision.
No, yeah, I got it. I don't care about where this. I don't care about it. It's like, why are we even bringing it up?
And sorry, we were invited to that wedding too, right? We have the invitation.
No, you guys have not received an invitation.
Mm. I was
We just got invited to like dinner or some shit when we got a personal invitation.
You got an invitation to the dinner beforehand.
Yeah.
Strahd had told you about the wedding, that it was going to be happening. From
Yeah.
what I recall, he was hoping that you guys would be able to come back, but there was no given invitation that you guys had for this event particularly.
You mentioned something though. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I have a thing that says we were invited personally from him. Because he said, bring Strahd the leg and he will allow one person to live, but we're also invited to the wedding.
Ah, yes, he would given you that personal invitation to the wedding itself. Okay. Then yeah, on the day of like 2 days from now is going to be the wedding.
Gosh, are we going? Maybe we can also attend on behalf of you somehow, if that helps. Unless you want to make a statement, which I also totally understand.
It's not about making a statement, it's making a stand.
Precisely what I meant. Well, you mentioned some big bads. Maybe we can help a small amount with those before we go and lessen the load.
Dream pastries.
Like
I
that one.
think that would be very appreciated. And he begins to go with shovels in tow.
Is he showing us where to go?
No, he's walking away out
We're
of the
supposed to
cemetery.
follow?
Should we follow the dream pastries?
I guess we follow the dream pastries. I've been avoiding that.
Did we not fight one of those things before?
Yeah.
Didn't
You
turn into like a
did.
big, it turns like a
We did.
banshee or something like that.
Are there just a lot of them?
I don't know. There's probably a few. Well, if we can deal with this one, maybe we should.
I still haven't slept, nor do I have any spells.
Oh, it's like morning.
Perfect.
Well, I will remind you guys that you guys had a long rest. Squally and Wystera did not. They did not
I
take their
know.
long rest this bit. So a travel could happen where they can try to take a long rest, but yeah, that's 8
Yeah.
hours.
Well, I say we fight dream pastries and see what happens.
Okay. You're kind of the one who heals us, but that scares me a little. No, we'll be fine. I already lost an arm, but we'll be fine.
My cantrips. Oh yes, I should check on that. How is that healing?
Make a medicine check.
Perfect.
Hold my stump out.
I'm very annoyed with Zoom. There we go. That will be a 15.
15. Okay. What's very interesting now that Eren is not an old man is that the wound itself has actually begun to heal pretty decently. It looks like it's not as severe of a wound as it would have been. Here's the other thing you notice. Eren's physical beefiness, like his just all like AAA high quality halfling beef. He has probably been able to shrug off any potential growth of parasite or infection that could have manifested. Like his body is in such peak shape that any disease that was contracted has been probably pushed out.
Is Squally a little turned on?
Is Squally turned on?
Not
Is
really.
that a miracle of modern medicine?
Make an
That's missing an
arousal
arm.
check.
Beef.
Listen, I'm not getting into my whole how I do fucking sexual arousal checks in this goddamn game. I'm not.
I'm sending you guys the card my grandma got for her birthday yesterday.
I thought you were gonna say the card you got for this game that
It's
someone gave you.
extremely relevant, and you guys should look.
I was gonna say, what kind of card is this that made you think
What
of
the fuck
it?
is going on? Ah! Oh my god.
That's Eren.
Beefcake indeed.
On the bottom, there's a note
Eren's
from
a little
Bestie, like from her longtime bestie. There's a note that says, I've had to look at this 2 or 3 times, and it wasn't until now that I saw his face. Haha.
Reminds me, oh my god, that reminds me of the sexy like ripped kilt men that I got my
Calendar.
mom for Christmas. It's
Love
now
that,
hanging
love
up in
that.
her Barbie room, which is awesome.
Love that.
Well, she had nowhere else to put it. She's like, I don't
She
know
could've
where I'm putting this. I'm putting it in the office.
Man.
Could have put it anywhere in the house. It's a perfect gift for anywhere in the house.
Above the bed.
My grandma hung it on her mantle. I was sitting beside the
Rock on,
fireplace.
Rock on.
Anyway,
Anyway,
sorry.
you guys
Beefcake
are
Eren.
yeah. You good?
How's my stump?
It's the best stump I've seen ever.
How many have you seen?
A
Excellent
few.
question.
How many one-armed men have you seen? One-armed
Starts,
halflings to be
starts
specific.
to turn pink and just like, okay, let's.
My arm was small enough, you know.
Oh,
Size doesn't matter. It's how you use it.
It's just halfling bicep. That's all I have left.
A very, very nice bicep. Okay, onward.
A moment with a DM wants to be like, hold the scene. We want to keep seeing how this goes. So
Eren has no idea what's going on. He's just like, well, how is it?
Good.
You get very Renaissance-y as Squally when Squally's flustered. Onward. Like, onward.
Go, be gone.
Be gone.
Hip hip.
We must away.
We must away on this adventure.
We
This
must
quest.
away to the dream
Onward.
pastries.
Okay, so coming back into it, you guys see this woman by a cart covered with pastries on it. This is a woman that is younger than the woman before that you had encountered on the road, Sly, but she is nonetheless very built, very hunched over. You can see her face kind of has like some moles on it, but she has kind of a this strange hot like her chin goes out a little bit and her cheeks are raised up, so it's got this kind of permanent grin that's like triangular face and like mouth. Her eyes give a glint of this kind of like emeraldish, like spoiled emerald look. Her body is very imposing, but she herself is not very large. She's speaking to some of the villagers as they're kind of like beginning to go into their houses, and some of them are kind of going through their parts, their pockets, but they kind of go, "Oh, I've spent all of my money on the bonanza. I don't have
Yeah.
any." Yeah, so they don't have anything for dream pastries, and so one person who doesn't have any money begins to rush over to a child to make sure that they are like, what is it? They grab their child. The kid like kind of turns, what? And as they're beginning to turn, this woman, the smile begins to almost stretch across her face.
She sees a child?
The Barovian that doesn't have money is going over to this child to grab them and bring them over. Yes.
No.
Stop that.
Stop.
Oh,
You see that the adult says, "I'm. It's all right. It's all right. There's nothing else to worry about now. I'll sleep fine."
I'm worried about the child.
The child looks like a little concerned, like a little bit like, "What's happening? What's going on?"
Nothing is happening. You're fine.
"Oh dear, dear, dear. So nothing's going to be the matter?" You see this woman kind of begin to walk in between, kind of
No, I
equidistant.
step in between like the child and the guy and the woman.
I step in between the one that he's not in between.
Ah. Oh, there's no harm being here, my dears. In fact, maybe I could entice you to maybe have a dream pastry of your own. They're perfectly harmless. They help calm the senses, cool the nerves. There's nothing wrong with this. Come on, look around. Why bring something that's so delicious away from people who have such little things? Maybe it could bring some joy to you. You seem to have gone through a lot of hardship, small one.
I mean, yeah, clearly I'm missing an arm, but you're not getting this child.
Well, I can assure you, I will bring this child to a much better sense of living, a place where they'll be able to give purpose to people who don't have any.
Can I insight check? She
Yeah.
bullshitting.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely insight check.
Who are
She
you?
might believe her own shit, so it's hard to. That's a really bad roll.
I really like how she's like, "You've clearly been through some hardships," and your immediate response is, "Well, yeah, obviously."
Obviously, a 6.
6.
Can I also make an insight check?
You want to give Eren advantage on this, or do you want to roll independently?
I would like to roll independently.
Okay, sounds
Well,
good.
I'll
That's
give
a
Eren an
response, so-
advantage.
Sorry, Aaron.
Okay. Eren, you get to roll with
Oh.
advantage because Sly's helping you out. How are
Sure,
you
I'll
helping
roll
out, Sly?
Padon.
Yeah,
I'm
17.
just gonna, Aaron will be like, and then as he's saying that, I'll just lean down in his ear and be like, I don't know about that.
You're right, I don't know about that. Now it's a 14. So,
I got a 17.
Okay. I don't know about that.
Don't know
That's
about
a
that one there, bud.
very
sure?
good
You
observation.
sure about that?
Um,
Sure about that?
I'm gonna say, for the sake of it, you guys are able to see through this woman in terms of this. You guys will be able to see one kind of mid identification element. Squall, you'll be able to get like 2 bits of information and a little minor one as well. First of all, what you to gleam is that grin that you saw coming through. This woman is very much wanting this child to come with her, and there is no kindness in her eyes. There is malicious intent behind them. And the child in particular is interesting because the child is not the blue-skinned kid who had the ice cream cone, like us kind of going around. This is a kid who, again, was like lighter skinned. Not in terms of just like regular complexion, but just like from blue and purple tones. They don't have that. That is the kind of kid that this person looking at. The person who's the kid's startled, and she liked that. Squally, you noticed that. She liked seeing that this kid was startled.
Ooh.
You gleam as well that this creature is gesturing a little to the pies, but also is kind of in a retreat stance, as if this creature is prepared in case something happens, but is also wanting to avoid something happening to them physically. It's preparing to watch out for like a threat to attack them.
I'm not like reaching to attack. I'm just standing in between her and the child.
Exactly.
I want to use Toll of the Dead.
Sly's just gonna rest.
Oh.
Sly's just gonna rest his hand on the hilt of his sword. I
Okay.
think, like, or just like be prepared to draw a weapon just in case, but like subtly.
What's your spell save, PC?
You gotta make a wisdom saving throw to 14.
That's a failure.
14.
Heck yeah. You take 1d8 necrotic damage.
I think it's more. I think it's 2 because
Should
you're
be
higher
2.
level.
Oh shit. Take 10 necrotic damage. Are you missing any hit points at all?
Shit on.
Not well now, but not before.
Oh, okay. That's a shame. Because if you did have any missing hit points, it would have been 1d or 2d12.
2d12, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well, next time, because now you did damage.
Okay. The bells, chimes, screaming sounds begin to
Ding.
penetrate inside of their mind, and she
Oh.
reels back at this moment. The Barovians kind of back up for a moment as they're kind of like grabbing. They grab onto their wagon, their cart with the pastries on it, just kind of support themselves.
I tell the kid to run.
Child immediately begins to book, just seeing what's going on. The other Barovians are kind of looking a little surprised.
Does Wystera hear these chimes?
These chimes are kind of more, you would begin to hear them, but they're penetrating more the intent and harm of this individual, but you guys would be able to hear. I think you can hear them, right?
I
Like they're
thought Toll the Dead
chimes.
was like a psychological thing.
So
like
it's
it
a psychological
goes
thing.
through
Okay,
your-
then no, you wouldn't be able to hear.
Oh,
Oh.
fills the air around it for a moment. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so then
Okay.
yeah, you
Thought it
hear
was
this, but it's
live.
like it's faintly around them.
Okay, so I wouldn't probably hear it. Okay, just checking.
They begin to reel. Oh, it's a nasty little trick. Well, which of you, does it require somatic or verbal components or anything like that, the spell?
Or don't. Oh, sorry. I needed to point at her, so or them,
Hey.
so I pointed.
She looks at you, Squally, goes, oh, what a tricky little bird you are. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Did I surprise her or it?
Oh, definitely. Definitely a little bit
Now
of
that
surprise.
okay, now that the child ran and I see that, I'm gonna step in between Squally and this bitch.
At this point, the Barovians begin to clear out. Well, it's going to be a little nasty trying to drum up business now with that, isn't it? Hmm. Hmm.
Your child stealing business?
What a child slave. You guys ever
Oh,
watched Over the Garden Wall?
well, no one's stealing anything. It's just a simple matter of payment. When they can't afford it, there's always something that needs to be given in compensation.
I ain't giving him anything, lady.
Hmm.
But a nasty headache.
Well, I can
Squally,
see
I've
that
never heard you talk shit before.
I'm young again.
Kari's like, fuck yeah. And Kari begins to pull her sword out, draws her shield and all that. Ha. Well,
Kylah, you saying that remind me of the. Have you seen the Dennis Rodman tweet where it's like he has his fist in between two pieces of bread and it says, "Hey CEO of racism, I made you some lunch."
I haven't seen
I'm
that.
like, I'm like that's Squally's type of trash talking. Also
I give you a
see
knuckle sandwich, see?
you start winding up the fist.
let me wind up here. Come on, you scallywag.
Yes.
Onward. Seeing everyone kind of like start fighting, Sly's gonna draw his dagger out. He's just, I guess something's gonna happen.
It does appear that I'm outnumbered in this moment. But I can see in your eyes, little bird, that you're tired. Your tiredness, weariness gives you away a little bit, and I'm afraid that that might be the most power you can exert over me at this moment.
No.
Be that as it may,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can certainly say this would be a rather interesting experience. I'd rather not leave my cart here, but there's always more that I can get back at my home. But
Fireball the cart.
Fireball.
I'm willing to make a trade if you would all like that.
No.
No?
See?
Oh.
See? I don't make trades with you people.
What about?
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna roll a quick initiative between two people, herself and Kari. That's not good. Oh, that's very good for Kari. Kari's gonna try to cast Hold Person on them. And I'm just gonna look at Hold Person for a quick second. Yeah, okay, that's gonna attempt it. And that's a failure. Oh, baby. The hag holds in place as immediately they're trying to do something, and they don't do it. This hag is paralyzed now in this moment.
Sweet.
I can hear the bells.
I think I could have you guys roll initiative if you would like, or if you guys want to do a group initiative, go off of Kari.
That sounds fun. Maybe. I don't know what you
Sure,
guys
let's go group initiative. Because why
Sounds
not,
good.
right?
You guys get to all go at the same time here right now. And you guys get to choose how you want to go.
Bells. I
Okay,
just do
I'll
bell
roll a
again.
save. That's going to be a success. That's an 18.
Bummer.
Okay.
This hag is restrained back.
It is paralyzed right now.
Paralyzed.
which means that it is incapacitated and can't move or speak. It automatically fails dexterity and strength saving throws. Attacks have advantage on it. Any attacks that hit the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Noise.
Cool. I'll use my short sword and take a swing at this thing.
Sounds
Little
good.
Stabby stab.
Little stabby stab, why not? You said we get an advantage on attacks?
Advantage on the attack.
23.
That hits.
Sick. Sorry. I'm within 5 feet, right? So it's,
Oh yeah, you're adjacent to it. Yeah,
yeah, so
that's a critical hit.
Now, Savage Attacks just says with critical melee hits, I add another damage die.
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
Is it once per turn or just all the time?
Anytime I have a critical hit.
Well, there you go. So you're going to be rolling
crit melee.
3d6.
Sweet.
And I feel like we're bullying this whole.
That's terrible. That's a bad roll, but that's 7.
7. Okay.
Yep. So that's 7
So-
damage. Also, I'm attacking again
Do
because
it.
I have extra attack. And I already have my dagger out, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna attack with my dagger, and then I'll attack with my sword again.
Sounds good.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not. But
Okay.
they're with advantage, right?
Yeah, that was with advantage.
Okay.
Okay, and now my short sword again.
All right.
Does 16 hit?
It does not. Now, you have an extra attack. You have your dual wield, right? That gives you an extra attack. Is that you get 3 attacks with that?
Yeah, so I get my attacks with my dual wield, and then I have my extra attack, and I attacked twice with my sword and my dagger once.
And you attack with your dagger once because it is because that's a
That's my
feature of the
dual
dual
wield.
wield.
Yes,
Okay.
dual wield, I get to attack once with each weapon I have in my hand, and then extra attack, I get to an extra attack
Nice.
with.
They're
the
also
weapon.
they're also both light weapons, which means you can
Yeah.
attack a 4th time.
How come? Really?
Yeah, light weapons, you can use your bonus action to attack. Again, the only difference is you don't add your strength or dexterity, you only add the die.
To the. I only add the die to the roll. I don't add
Yeah, you
anything to the
only-
roll.
You only roll the damage die. So you would add your proficiency bonus, attack bonus still for the attack, but for damage, it's just the die.
Oh, okay. I can roll with either of them.
Yeah, you choose which
Attack.
weapon because they're both light.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll use my sword again. Is a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
Now I don't add my strength mod for damage.
No, just the die.
That's better. 15.
Holy shit. Yeah, so you come up, stab this old woman. You try to penetrate, but their body is like hard to actually pierce. But then you stab and find a second spot. You also see that the blade begins to sink deeper. The actual silver seems to actually dive deeper into this creature's flesh. Okay, that's Sly. Who's going next? Squally's already gone.
Yep.
I'll go. I'll do a nice little rage.
Sounds good.
And I'll get to smacking away.
Nice.
Smacking away. Smack it. Oh, that's a 1, but I get to reroll it. 24.
24 hits.
Nice. And did you say it's an auto crit?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my lord. Okay. I'll just roll the second hit. The second hit's a natural 20. Do I double crit?
You don't double crit. It is- I rolled a
That
nat
would be
20 for Kari as well, so unfortunately,
awesome.
no.
Huh.
So it's, I'm just gonna add both up to one
Okay.
thing here. Oh my god.
Ga.
39 points of damage.
39 points of damage. Holy shit.
Oh dear.
Here's the question. This is a non-magical weapon, yes?
Yeah, it's just my Warhammer.
Okay, so it's gonna just be 19 points of damage.
Piss.
19 points of damage is pretty fucking good.
It's no 39 though.
That's true. Well, maybe if you had a magic weapon. Okay, nice. Yeah, you just see immediately Eren goes into a freaking rage. His second arm grows back and slams down, smacking. As you do, your ancestral guardian begins to whiz around and begins to like move, like kind of like force parts to stand up so you can smack it right back down again. Like it just begins to kind of control this frozen hag. Vystra, your turn.
Well, Wystera has. I didn't think when I asked you, I didn't think Wystera had found them yet.
Or have you just been on the hill forever?
Yes.
Okay, then no problem. You're on the hill just by yourself. So everybody else is
Yeah,
here.
unless
and
she-
Is it your turn to
unless-
brood?
Yeah, she's brooding.
Sounds
That's why I
good.
was wondering if maybe she heard the toll of the dead, but if she didn't,
No, you wouldn't have. You did hear a
Nope.
Oh, my
scream
bad.
across from the other side as Eren went into a rage, though.
okay, then I'm going to.
Sounds
that
like Dave the
perks my
Barbarian.
ears up. How many feet am I? How far? How far away am I?
Probably over 200 feet.
Okay, so I'll dash.
Sounds good. She fails her save to get out a hold person, so you guys can go again if you want.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'll just do the same thing I did last time then.
Sounds good. Toll of the Dead? Okay. That's a failure for Toll of the Dead. And you can go ahead and roll damage as well, Eren.
Oh my god.
I think you're
that's-
muted, Kylah, by the way. I couldn't hear you.
I was going ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and I didn't
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
talk
There you
through
go.
the whole time. That will be 13 damage, please.
Okay.
Damn it. Unless 11 hits, I only hit once because I got 21 and
doesn't.
11.
Yeah, no.
Damn it. It's still a crit though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. It's good rolls. 26 points of damage. So I guess 13.
Oh my god. That's pretty good.
I
Kari's gonna
rolled really
roll.
well.
First one hits, second one's gonna hit, and her blunt instrument on the back end misses. So she hits twice with the sword. That's 5. Oh my god, that's max damage. And then 14. And fuck it, she's gonna drop a smite into it. Which is, because it's a crit, she rolls 4d8, I believe, to use a
Huh.
first level smite.
Huh.
You have been smoked.
Yeah.
Smitten.
Smite and got a smite.
So that's only 7 points of damage. Holy shit. Okay. Sly, do you want to add any attacks to this?
Yeah, I'm gonna do those 4 attacks again. I'll do 2 of each.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Does a 24 hit?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yikes.
Does a 22 hit?
Oh yeah.
Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
Oh, what? Lame. Hmm. Good. I'll go with my dagger again. Then 10 wouldn't hit either. So that's 2 hits.
2 crits.
That is fuck yeah. That's 29 points of damage with my silver sword.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to paint me a word picture on how you decimate Bella Sunbane?
Hello, who?
Hello.
Sunbane.
Yeah, we didn't get a single villain monologue thing.
I'm just smacking
Oh,
her
you
a
look
lot
tired,
with
little
my
birdie.
warhammer. Just like feral screams, just smashing.
Have a permanent dream pastry, and then I stab her in the face.
The dream play
with every like feral smack that Eren delivers, the chimes begin to get louder and louder as if he's playing these like massive organ pipes, these like fucking bells of Saint Mary, just smacking his fucking ass. He's stabbed in the eye. Kari reels back with her short sword, thrusts it into her chest, and you see like black and purple blood burst out with a stream of like almost like red mist exploding. It almost looks like a torrent of blood that scatters and sprays all over the pies themselves. And she just like this creature is paralyzed. There's no reaction to any of this. Their body is just completely bruised and battered and bloodied. And Kari's like, hold on. Pulls it. Takes up her holy symbol. Blows on it, and as she blows, mist completely covers this hag and then collapses onto the ground. Her true purple form begins to expose with blackened hair and long claws, and she's dead on the ground. Wystera, you begin to rush back over as you see your allies have take care of business.
Taking care of business
Every day.
Wow, I want to do that again. Any other dream pastry ladies here?
Out in the immediate vicinity.
Squally's bloodthirsty now.
Yeah.
As you guys all wrap up and you see Bildrath kind of poke his head out. What's going on out here? Oh, hey, you gotta get a little closer.
I tell everyone to run so we don't talk to Buldrath. They're like, oh, sorry.
I come out of my rage. Come out of my rage, and I'm like, spitting out blood and shit.
Bildrath goes over to the cart. Periwinkle, I need you to carry this in for me. Thank you all so much. They've been cutting into my territory for so long.
I'm gonna grab one of the dream pastries.
Sure.
I'm not gonna eat it. I just want to inspect it.
He looks at you and he says, that's gonna, how much is it? Let me just see. 1 second.
Gonna charge you for it.
I'm not paying you. I just killed the lady who owned the
No,
cart.
no. You grabbed onto it. It's my property. I own it.
No, it is not your property.
That's 10 gold pieces, my friend.
It's not happening.
Where else are you gonna find any other dream pastries around here?
This isn't your cart.
Yes, it is now. And you see Periwinkle begins to step out. He begins to puff out his like flabby up chest, and he just goes, "That cart is in the possession of Bildrath and Bildrath Associates."
And this dream pastry is in the property of me.
Periwinkle, go! Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Jesus.
This pastry is in possession of my fist in your face.
17.
Periwinkle rolled a nat 20. In the second that the snap happens, he says go. Periwinkle just claps his hands right down and spreads the pastry, like the pie, just shatters it. And it just collects it and grabs it and takes it away and throws it into the cart. And then kind of intercedes himself between you and the cart. 10 gold pieces? And you can have one.
Just look around like, are we really? I just want to see what these things are made out of. Give me one.
Good point.
No! You don't get this old from years of experience without being able to understand the proper
Without
means.
robbing people?
Not robbing. This is a genuine transactional business.
Eren is very angry.
Kari goes, fuck, fine, and just like goes and gets 10 gold pieces and gives it to him. Thank you. Periwinkle takes up a pastry and gingerly passes it off to you, Eren, and smiles in your face. Thank you. You want to inspect it?
Well, I want to see if I can figure out what it's made out of.
That would be inspecting.
And
Yeah.
that'd be you. Yeah, that'd be you inspecting.
I just want to be specific about what I'm doing.
Oh, yes.
The answer is yes.
Do you want to inspect this? No, I just want to know what it's made out
No,
of.
I just want to look at it really closely.
I just want to look at it and see what it's made out of and get to know what it is.
Exactly.
How do you play this game again?
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Not good at that. Oh, it's a 1. I get to roll it again. That's not much better. 8.
You kind of begin to tear it open, and it's a pretty generic mincemeat pie. It's kind of really it. You're just looking, like, kind of opening it, and it's just, yeah, it's just like a meat pie. There's something that kind of like twinkles in it, but that's kind of all you can see. You don't know what that means, but that's it.
Cast
Like
Rebellion.
somebody who's
Oh,
better
sorry,
with
Robin.
this stuff, please come look at this. Somebody who knows how to look at stuff. I don't know how to look at stuff.
Oh, I literally said, I'll do it. And then I was like, why are you asking twice? I literally just said, I'll do it. And then I realized I was on mute.
I'll do it.
I'm coming to inspect. Investigation?
Investigation.
Not like a med test or anything
Uh,
to see why it's making people sleepy.
that's an Arcana check.
Well, that's not much better than my investigation. We'll do an investigation. No, I want to do Arcana. I want to know why it's making people sleepy. 19.
Okay. Here's the interesting thing. You didn't hear that it was making people sleepy. You heard that it was something that was potentially going to help people with just like, an existence that doesn't really matter. That was what you kind of heard. You extend your arcanic knowledge, like you allow the screams to enter into the pie. And what you pull is the sounds of laughter, sounds of excitement and joy and shock and sadness. You pull out of it. What you pull out of it when you kind of like reach into it, and then you pull something out, Squally. You pull out screams that add to the wind. Screams of children. Now you can make a medicine check.
Creepy.
Horrifying.
Is this meat? Child meat?
14.
14. You've been in the Valley of Barovia for a little while here, Squally.
A week.
The meat, that's not child meat. That's not flesh. That meat is the meat of animals, like wolves probably, or maybe even like you could probably find like some kind of like maybe a loose deer or something. It's not child. You've been going around the Valley of Barovia for a while. Let me ask you a genuine question. How many wheat fields have you been seeing in Barovia in the last little while?
0.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you a question. How do you think this pastry was made?
Is it all meat? Is it screams? Is it made of I don't know.
Made of the screams of children.
That's what it sounds like.
Sadness.
Someone can give Squally an additional help on medicine, but I'm going to say this. It could only be Sly.
Oh,
So
Maybe
okay.
Wystera.
So not somebody.
Maybe Wystera. Maybe Wystera. Wystera or Sly could help on this.
What am I rolling?
Medicine.
Yeah, you do it.
Or a survival. You can make a survival check.
Yo, if it's survival.
I'd allow
I'll go
a survival.
survival.
Okay. Wystera, I would say with you would be a medicine check.
I don't want to know what it's made of.
Hello. Fuck. So that's a 7.
Okay.
13 for medicine.
And survival.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Sly, you also, equally when it comes to like kind of bread and everything like that, it's not, have maggoty bread and all that kind of shit. It's not really, commonplace amongst the people. Good bread is not something you acquire. So pastries, this is like high-end food. Like you raid and find this shit, but you don't know anything else about it. Wystera, your understanding of medicine, if they were trying to take this child and there's no wheat, there's a part of you that knows that there's ancient rituals, and not even just rituals, but just practices of old kind of primitive knowledge when it comes to like devils and everything like that, where they would take bone devils and they would, like, if a bone devil, so for example, in the great hierarchy of devils and everything, if a bone devil was viewed to be like caught as a traitor or any kind of thing, a bone devil is taken, but bone devil is not simply killed. Bone devil is grinded up into a processor and is served at the dinner table of the archfiend that they were under the servient of. This is grinded up and it is presented into, food.
Essence.
Not essence. Actually manifest. Well, I mean, there is essence. That could actually explain. So that ties into the Arcana check. But the essence of the creature can be there, but it's mostly the natural, just actual sustenance of grinding bones to make their bread. And that is probably what has happened. This is bone flour. Now, here's the thing, Squally, with that Arcana check, the idea that this is something that can be induce happiness, something positive. You've looked at the people of Barovia, they're pretty downtrodden. And there's a lot of people here that have been saddened, and there's not a lot of kids. You guys remember the first kid you saw when you came to Barovia that was taken away? That child was screaming and crying. There's a lot of other kids around here that don't do that. They weren't going after those kids. There was a kid you guys saved from that woman who was also screaming and crying and scared. What you begin to think is that children who express any emotions are not just taken, but are selected by these women and ground up. And their positive natures in some way is used and sold to the people that they took them from.
Nasty.
It's worse than child meat, honestly.
Ground up
Yeah,
bones.
honestly, that's the easier answer, right?
I would have preferred the meat.
I would have preferred to have just said it was the meat. Would have been better.
So I share this with Squally.
Squally turns very green.
I'm there too, so do I hear this?
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
all
s-
here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you
I
just
throw up a
serious
little
as well?
bit.
Are you still holding the pastry?
I throw up beside the pastry.
Adjacent.
Maybe you put the pastry down, but
Not
Yeah,
into
you
the
can-
pastry.
you just
Up adjacent to the
He's
pastry.
like, oh, this is so gross. This is so gross.
No.
It's like,
Wait a
ew, why am I doing this? It's like, dude, put it down. It's so gross.
Just
Eren
chain vomit.
put-
It becomes a Zucker Brothers like fucking movie.
Eren, put
Oh,
the
man.
pastry down. Guys,
Put it
this
down.
is so gross.
Give it back to Mills and Strahd. Just
You
hand
guys
it-
see
You can
hand
have
this
this
vomit
back
pastry to
and
Bill
give it
Strahd.
back.
emanating off of Kari's sword. She too is feeling pretty sick, but emanating off her sword is red mist.
She gets cool mist now. The fuck? Yes.
She's a happy guy.
Sly's just gonna tense up. Not because she has missed, but because of the child bone pastry.
Why?
He's not mad that she's missing. Noah's mad that
You're
she's-
misting.
I missed my
You
mist.
missed it.
I
missed
miss my
it.
Misty.
Yeah.
Kari immediately looks up and says, "So where do we know that something like this could happen?"
Vistra straightens up.
I don't want to think about that.
I feel like we were at a place that ate my arm where things like this could happen.
In the bathtub?
I don't know,
Or-
but like
Or in a funeral parlor with a lot of caskets and vampires, perhaps?
the vampires get the meat and the blood and they take the bone.
I don't know. I'm still thinking of Babalai Saga.
That was my first thought.
What do you think, Kari?
I don't think so. When we went in that marsh in the bog, there was nothing I saw that could potentially make this. On that investigation check, I will say for you guys, even with your low one, Eren, I will give you this bit of information. The pastries are really well put together. They are well designed. They're not just, lump of pie. They're cut well. They are meant to, so someone can smell it. They're seasoned well. There's actually care and effort put into this. So this is an actual big manufacturing job.
It's a
So
conspiracy
Kari,
that goes all the way to the top.
Have we been past a kitchen or a cremation type place where this could be done?
They wouldn't be cremating them because they need the bones.
All right, but I know, but some sort of something that could look like that where they have a process. Clearly this implies ovens and drainage.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Uh.
Squally.
I don't like this.
Bet
I
you
don't-
we
I don't
walked
remember
right
any place.
past it. I bet you we walked right past it and didn't realize.
Maybe. If it's not Bubble Eye Saga, then I don't know who it would be. Like, I don't know if these hags do they have a network? They have a hub?
They must.
Hag Hub?
I would
Hag
think
hub.
so. I don't think this is
Oh.
Baba Saga. She didn't seem like the baking type.
You guys can make a history check if you want to
Yeah.
recall places you've passed by.
I shall.
Sure.
Can I give them advantage on that instead of making my own check?
Sure, you could only give it to Squally or Eren though.
Who's got the higher history check?
Mine's a 0.
Oh, +3.
Ah,
Plus
Give
5.
it to Squally.
Plus 5.
You can't
Hey,
You
give
well,
can't
you
give
roll
it to
too.
Wystera.
I can't give it to you. I'll give it to Squally.
Can Vystera still roll?
Wystera can.
I got another 14.
I got to 10.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Wystera,
sit
you're
by,
close to thinking of it,
Squally.
but you can't. You're not really that close to it. The reason that Squally and Sly could be the ones that get help on this, and Squally's the only one who remembers it really well.
Shoot.
It's the place that stands out to you was where you first saw that one hag with the girl and that fork in the road. She was going up a hill with a bunch of dead corpses that were leading up to it that had a windmill.
Oh. Do you guys remember
Windmill.
the windmill?
Onward to the windmill.
Windmill.
Mill of wind. Wind.
We must away.
The mill powered by the
Cool
air.
whip. The what?
Oh.
The cool whip. Windmill.
The windmill.
The windmill powered.
Do you take
The mill of winding.
do you take the torn up pie or no?
The what?
The torn up
Oh,
pie.
the pie that I threw up all over.
Oh, the pie. No.
Cool.
Pick it up.
No.
You scoop it up. I know where this is.
We can still keep it.
God.
Okay. So you guys begin to prep up, get ready. You get into the wagon and begin to go. Turning around. Who's gonna be driving this thing?
Squally
How
needs
long
a
is this trip?
Oh, Squally needs a long nap, so never mind.
Yeah, because Squally and Wystera need to
We need a long rest.
do a sleepy deepy.
Deepy sleepy.
Bye.
Okay. I just need to see distance-wise. Okay. So
The bean.
windmill is about 8 miles away.
It's not
8.5 miles away from you. On that journey, if you move fast, you'll be able to make it there in 2 hours. If you go slow, you'll get there in 4 hours. But basically, you will be, if you go to the windmill, you're not going to have enough time for a long rest, but you will for a short rest.
That's okay. Let's trek on. I will sleep when I'm dead.
Okay.
Young Squally really gets after it.
All right. You guys pack up, get onto the wagon. Drovash, continue to go down. As you do, we're going to take a very quick break and we're going to come right back to this because I'm going to have to see and get this all set up. Okay, we're going to come back in probably just less than 10 minutes here. Go for
Always a
it.
bit concerning when our DM says, I need to be excused to get this all set up.
What
He has to go boom boom.
It's not what I was thinking. You've got to set up some sort of paddleboard with 400 spiders, 13 demons, and a couple of bats.
It's just code for fat shit.
Yeah. It's like I have to set up. He's gonna go blow up the toilet.
Okay, we're pausing the recording.
Why didn't you pause it before that? That's on you.
I was trying to think of something clever to end it, and I couldn't because you guys kept coming up with dump jokes.
And instead, we ended it with blow up the toilet.
Oh,
classic. It's gonna be wild.
Well,
Okay.
that's not a good sign.
Well. You all begin to ride off, leaving the village of Barovia, heading to a familiar windmill you only saw from the distance. I just want to ask, what pace are you guys traveling at? Slow, medium, or fast?
Did we determine who's driving the cart?
I think we should go speedy, but no.
I mean, I
you
can
and
drive
you
the
and
cart.
You and Wystera are resting, right?
No,
I thought you were resting on the trip.
I'm not. No, I have nothing to do while I rest. I've used up all my hit die. I have no spells. I can't do anything to rest,
shit.
so I'm not gonna
Okay.
rest.
Then I guess we're yeah, I guess speedily.
If we go at a slow pace, can we stretch it out for 8 hours?
Technically, sure, but the thing is that a full 8-hour period will pass by, and who knows, something might happen.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. Maybe something will happen. Maybe something won't.
You never know
don't
if something's
know.
gonna happen until
Maybe
it
we'll
happens.
get attacked by 17 wolves.
Hey,
You never
hey,
know.
maybe.
You never know. Who knows? Maybe you don't know if something's gonna happen, and then it happens.
Something happens.
Yeah, because that's how all of life works.
Wow, that was deep.
So, fast or slow or medium pace?
Medium verging on fast, I believe. That's
Like
my
a
vote.
strong medium.
A
let's
strong medium.
let's just do fast.
Okay.
Might as well not
Always
pick
got
her.
some need for speed.
Like we're going above the speed limit, but we wouldn't get pulled over.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Pulled over in Barovia.
By 17 wolves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you have
Excuse
any idea how
me.
fast you're moving?
We
And they all have
saw
badges and hats on.
Yeah. Badges and hats on.
Aru.
They go, look at here, see? You've been speeding.
Oh, look at you. See? You're
This
speeding.
place isn't big enough for the both of us, see?
Rawr, rah. Okay. You guys begin to drive off on this medium to fast wagon. Anything you're doing to prep before going here?
There's nothing I can really do to prep.
Yeah. Yeah, can't imagine what Wystera would be doing other than
Okay.
looking up at that mountain.
So.
To the
you
windmill.
guys begin to go up the winding path, heading over the bridge, going past the road that leads to the castle, going the opposite direction between the opened stone gates that enter into the higher end of the valley. You begin to rise up in elevation until you get to the familiar fork in the road. Here you see at the very edge, leading up to this windmill, bodies coming down from the windmill that are scattered all along the hillside. You all rush and turn. As soon as you do, you begin to move, and about 30 feet committed distance as you begin to go, those bodies all vanish. And you continue to make your way up towards the windmill. It transitions the road from being a winding path to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of this valley, there, you see across the way there is, from the actual height, you can actually see Valaki from here. And then you begin to make your way to the onion-domed edifice that leans forward and to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles this windmill above a flimsy doorway, leading to the building's interior. Perched on the wooden beam above the door, you see that there is a raven. It flies away towards you, circles overhead, and it seems to be waiting. I'm going to ask, does anybody want to call upon the ravens in this moment?
We probably should.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Guess that's me, hey?
I think that's a Squally job for Squally.
I call forth the ravens.
Right. You call forth the ravens. They don't make their presence known immediately unless you want to start immediately bursting into the space. You can do that if you want. 4 swarms of ravens will go into this windmill with you.
Is this a burst in situation, my friends, or are we just gonna sneak in? The ravens are asking.
How many ravens do we got?
4
lot.
full swarms.
How many is a swarm?
Probably like
That-
10, 20.
It's a swarm of maggots different than a swarm of
Swarm of
ravens.
ravens.
God.
Yes.
On average, a swarm is about 24 ravens.
Oh,
Dad, let's do your fast math. Go.
96.
96.
Good job,
whoa.
Thank you.
David, you're a ventriloquist, David?
Dad.
Yeah, I don't think we just burst in. I think we should
But can we
Let's
can we really
knock.
can we sneak in with 96 ravens?
Let's knock.
It is
What if
less
we-
discreet than you would hope.
Unless we all stack them into like a few trench coats. And like waddled them in. That would be we could try that. But also, how many hags do you think there are? How many
Well, are the ravens gonna like sort of are they seeming to imply that they're gonna
They're gonna help us fuck
rush
up
in
the
ahead?
walls.
Or like what's happening with the swarm of ravens now that we've called on them, DM?
No, they'll just assist us in.
Okay,
Yeah, they're
so we
coming to
still-
help you in this
Oh. I get that.
So we could try and sneak in and then call on the ravens to burst in later. If we get
We just gotta make sure we leave all the
Awkward.
doors open for them.
or if there's like some window they can fly in through.
All right. What do we see for the ways of doors there, Dum?
there is a single door in the front of this actual space. You guys could make an investigation check if you want to go onto the back end of the actual windmill. But yeah, you will also have to make a stealth check, and it's gonna be with disadvantage
Mm.
because you guys rode up here pretty fast.
Mm.
Right.
I'm thinking it's just a burst in situation.
With the amount of
Let's
ravens
just
we
go
have, we might as
knock.
well.
You think?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
knock would do. Ooh, we could pretend like we're here to get pastries.
Ooh.
Here for the
Gotcha.
pastries.
Bring out your pastries, bong. Bring out your pastries. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. So this door, is it big enough for the cart, or are we getting off the cart? What's the burst in
It's a single door.
single
It's
door?
like a single door, not a double door.
Okay, got it. There was a big, massive
A
double door.
windmill, not a castle.
Right, got it.
Windmill.
You also have two windows riding up in the front end of this that you can see, and then there's a wooden platform that's very decrepit on the outside of this kind of the second floor.
Copy. All right, well then we should park the I get it. I get the cart right up to the door, and then I turn it around so that it's ready for a getaway. Arvesh, shut her
The
down.
horses disappear.
Then I hop out and stand at the door and look around to see who's coming with.
We follow.
You know I'm coming.
All right.
Yep.
That is Eren's
Think we're all going.
trademark.
Does this door have a lock on it, DM?
You go over to the door. It's unlocked.
Had a feeling. All right. I open it and push in.
Okay.
How do I die?
You die with the
Wait.
sweet smell of pastries filling your nose.
Muffin Man, Muffin Man. Ooh.
What you see on the ground floor is that it's actually been converted into a kitchen. This windmill is actually outfitted to be a pretty hospitable space. There's a staircase that kind of turns up on to the right of you, not too far. It's a pretty tight spot. It's filthy. There's baskets and dishware. You can see that there's clutter where there is a small cart, a chicken coop. You can see that there's a heavy wooden trunk and pretty wooden cabinets with flowers planted on its doors. Aw. You can also hear that there is toads croaking here. There's a bunch of barrels that are kind of around. There's the sweet smell of those pastries. And then there's also, with the pastry smell, a terrible odor that permeates throughout. That's kind of this weird mixture. It's a strange, odd contrast of smells.
Yeah, I wonder.
Warmth issues from a brick oven against one wall. And you can see the crumbling staircase that ascends the wall across from it. You can hear that there's like a sound that kind of comes through.
No.
One other thing that you guys notice.
It's fine.
If you guys want to walk around a little bit.
Is the chest locked? The trunk?
You want to walk in and check the trunk?
I think I do.
Okay. You walk in. As you do, you notice a sound creaking down the steps. It appears to be a small figure making its way down. A creature that's about 3 feet tall, followed by another one, and another, and another. 4 in total. There is 4 sacked individuals with tiny sharp fingers making their way just down. Not aggressively, but making their way down and kind of moving around you to gather up some of the things that are scattered to the ground, the things that you notice that are kind of around here as you are making your way, Squally. They pick up a few things, and what you first notice are small bones. And these sacked creatures begin to go and take them upstairs as you hear this kind of little cackling, and you begin to hear a turning sound.
No.
Yeah, so looking in, you're looking in the container, the kind of regular one. Okay. So
I turn to the group and say, is there a way we can just burn this place to the ground?
I mean, maybe.
It's wood.
We have extra torches.
Is there
I'm on board.
is there a bunch of I don't suppose there's a bunch of hay on the ground, or is it just dirt?
no, hey, it's just a lot of clutter. There's a lot of scattered clutter here. Squally, as you open up the trunk, you see hundreds of toads inside of this one. It's bore with holes. You just see a whole bunch of toads that just go and start leaping up out of it immediately.
Shut it immediately. Just drop it.
You squish one of the toads, like as the siren starts kicking its feet, just like out.
Yeah, I vote. Let's burn the place down.
It looks like toads are a major ingredient here. in
Now,
these.
why would you want to do such a thing like that, my dears? Stepping down from the stairs, you can see a woman you are all familiar with. Well, all except Wystera. This is the old woman that you had encountered on the road. She begins to walk down, but she is not hiding her hag form. Cracked purple skin, long black hair, yellow eyes, horns turned on her head. She begins to walk down to all of you. Why would you want to do such a thing?
Wystera steps forward, baring my teeth. Excuse the impertinence. We were drawn by the wonderful smell, and seems you're cooking up some wonderful, some fabulous muffins here.
Oh, not muffins, my dear. Dream pastries, sweet, sweet meat pies that can let you dream of the better days of your lives.
Oh, how wonderful, I say.
Would you be interested in one for a single gold piece? Looks like someone like you could afford it.
Charges 6.
Nope, I have no money.
Kari goes 10. Oh, what a shame. Because I'd be happy to take you upstairs to show you the fresh batch that we are about to prepare.
Wystera, I would be happy to see that.
Wonderful. I also think I can show you something that would probably entice you not to set this whole wonderful establishment ablaze. Come with me, my dear. Begins to walk to the stairs.
I follow her, hoping that the others will be busy as I keep her busy.
Oh, before we go, I can see that you're a curious sort, as there are some leaping toads around here. She begins to walk towards the center of the room, towards one of the barrels. If you're curious, find anything else, you may look inside of that cabinet, and she walks over to this large barrel. She goes like knocks on the side of it 3 times and just says, right here. You can look inside of this as well, and you'll find what you need. And she begins to make her way up with you, Wystera, to go up the stairs. I do apologize for the mess that the children do make. They are new here. Little gift from a very interesting friend. Begins to walk past as two of the sack kids begin to walk down the stairs to kind of join all of you and just kind of cause a mess. We are gonna focus on Wystera here, but I do want to know what you 3 are gonna just do, or and Kari as well. Kari's just standing by the door right now, kind of keeping an eye out, and keeping an eye on Wystera and paying close attention to her.
I don't like this.
I don't.
Guess we'll look in the barrels.
I don't trust the one that she said look right in here.
But also, clearly she doesn't think we can burn this place down if she heard us say we might burn it down and then just left us here.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of protection spell, or do you think?
I don't know. I just don't know why anybody would just be like, oh yeah, sure. Go right ahead. After we were like, let's burn it to the ground, and she clearly heard us, you know?
So true.
I don't know magic stuff. I'm just I don't know. I'm just really creeped out. And I don't know what's in that barrel. But we should maybe look.
I
So you
really
guys-
don't trust that barrel.
Okay, well, Squally, you're the. I guess Kari's here too. Squally, Kari, what do you think about the barrel?
I'm keeping an eye on Wystera right now. If I hear anything, I'm running upstairs.
I don't
Okay,
know.
what about the barrel?
Let's just investigate other things around here and see if there's some sort of spell, or maybe we just ask the children.
Yeah, I have an idea. I'm gonna go up to the barrel. I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna put my ear against it and just try to like listen
Sure,
if I
make a
hear
perception.
anything inside of it.
Make a perception check.
It's locked. Oh, yeah. That's terrible. 7. It sounds like a barrel.
There's liquid inside of it, and it's seemingly settled liquid.
It's probably the blood of children.
Wystera,
Yes.
you
When you
make
say
a
that, I
note.
just like
Wystera, as you begin to go up to the second floor, you can see this room is in a sheen of white dust. As you can see, scattered across the floor, there is just like the remnants of a haze here. On the table, on a table, you can see that there's a blood-stained, flour-caked apron, and you can see that there's large, yeah, you can see there's dirt, covering up the windows here to allow very little light. This room is about 8 feet high. You can see that there's a millstone that is connected to a wooden gear shaft that is rotating and rises up through the ceiling. And it's just continuing to move and crush, as you can see in the center, bones that are being scattered and shut into powder. You see teeth, you see femurs, you see toes. None of them are any larger than maybe like you could hold in your hand. The woman looks at you and says, This is our little processing. Our little process that we have. It's a very sweet contraption. We are very fortunate to be given it. And my daughters and I have been making good use of it since we arrived here. Of course, this is not what I wanted to show you. There is another staircase that begins to rise up, and she kind of begins to gesture you to come with her some more.
I go.
Going up to the 3rd floor. You can see that the shaft in the center of this room is still spinning. This is a circular room, but it's smaller than the other ones. You can see that there is a second older looking woman. Or not older looking woman, old woman, younger-ish, but still vile and disgusting. This one has features that may be familiar to you. You may have seen this person at a glance getting dream pastries from Kresk, but it was not allowed entry. She is snoring. Ophelia, wake up. We have a visitor here who may be interested in purchasing a little pastry. She wakes up with a start, and you can see that there are needles that stick out of the tangled mops of black hair. She wakes up and goes, Oh, yes, mother. What a sweet, sweet creature we have in our midst. What you can see is that there is a rotting wooden closet, and there are 3 crates that are stacked on top of one another. And they have small doors set into them, Wystera. There's also a bunch of discarded clothes and a ladder that climbs to a wooden trap door that is 9 feet high, higher up in the air. The bed is moldy and Ophelia peels herself off of it. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
$19.
Inside of these crates, you can't really see anything because they have iron latches on them, but you can hear a little bit of movement, and you notice a little bit of light faintly hit the eye of something small that is behind one of these crates. And then lower, you can hear a little bit of movement in a second one. These crates are not that big, and they are locked. Now, my dear, the reason I wanted to bring you up is for you to see what we have here. She goes and takes a little, it's not like a lock, but she pulls like kind of a lever latch, opens up the door. Inside, you see a horrified, tear-streaked faced little boy. This kind of faint orangish hair, freckles, just pulls back. We have our little freak here. And as she kind of steps away, Ophelia moves closer to it to make sure that the boy does not escape. She grabs onto the latch of the other one. As she does, the latch opens, and you can see that there's a... First, you see the hair. It's kind of like blonde hair of a young girl inside. Her face is dirty. Her fingers are dark red stained from their fingernails. And we have little Myrtle. Sweet, sweet little girls. Little girl here. Now, you said that you wanted to have, were interested in purchasing a pastry, but I wanted to ask you, our latest batch is a little dried out, but we can certainly try again and make one that's a little fresher if you would prefer that.
I think that I don't necessarily need a fresh one. I think I understand what's happening here. It's quite remarkable, really. Which one of you came up with this idea?
Well, my daughters have taken a little bit of inspiration from my old recipe, but they have seemingly found a perfect way to spice up our little pies. They go to close the latches, close the doors as the kids kind of like try just to peek out a little bit one last time, and then the doors are closed. If you are interested, she goes over and moves to go down the stairs, leaving you up here with Ophelia. As she begins to move up, one of the sacked kids walks up to you, standing and looking up at you. You cannot see its eyes through its little kind of cross burlap sacked head. The older hag brings a pastry to you, holds it out for you. Would you care to try this, my dear?
Not right now, but I'll happily take it.
Oh, please. I insist.
Insist all you want. I'll decide when to eat it.
Make an intimidation check.
14.
Everybody else at this moment, downstairs. What are you all doing now?
I want
I have
to
no idea.
maybe ask the child a question.
Sure. You ask the child a question.
And it's got a sack over its face right now.
Yeah.
Can I take off the sack?
Make a sleight of hand check.
$16.
Okay. You quickly go grab the sack. Oh, as you do, you feel the sharp silvered claws dig into your hands. I need you to please make a wisdom saving throw, Squally. You take 6 points of damage. You are not frightened, and you remember something that's similar that could do this to people. As the creature turns its full sack, you come behind it, it turns the full sack 180 degrees around its head to stare directly at you. You are not in the presence of regular children.
It's not a child.
Do you want to try to go for the head again?
Hell nah.
You pull your hand out from the stabbed claws that now caused blood to drip down your arm.
Yeah, I say we need to blow this house up.
Popsicle stand.
Windmill's got to get extra windy.
Well, I can't help it, and I'm gonna open the barrel.
The barrel? Okay.
Yeah.
You open up the barrel. Boom, 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 boom. Thumbs up. Great. You look inside of it. You see an eerie greenish black looking sludge inside of it. Smells awful. Make
It's
a
not
nature
blood.
check. Make a nature check. Or an arcana check, actually. Make an arcana check.
I think they're both zeros, so this isn't good. I think. Arcana's a 0. 17. I rolled well, but
A mixture kind of it. I will say that this sludge is unnatural. It's not natural water. This is actually something that might be like otherworldly in terms of it. You see a reflection, and as you see a reflection, you get a faint glimpse that it kind of refracts into somewhere else in a moment. And just as you are looking there, does a 20 hit you?
yes.
Okay.
Barely.
You take 3 points of slashing damage.
Eh.
As stepping up out, you feel a claw dig into your chest. And that's a 21 to hit. You take another 5 points of slashing damage as a second claw reaches up and pulling itself up out of the muck, bringing you closer to its face. You see a pig-faced creature with its skin almost peeling and dripping down off of its face like loose flesh, with like greenish skin and pointed ears. Eren, this is an unfamiliar creature. Zoomiar would be very familiar, I think, with this creature. Or maybe not Zoomiar, but Richard the Large would be, as it was the former form of Morris. This is not Morris exactly, but this is the creature that Morris was back in the Abyss.
Oh my god. I can't remember the name of it, but I do know what you're talking about.
And now, as this creature begins to emerge, Ophelia Morgantha begin to say,
Rest in peace, Morris.
"Sounds like your friends are having a little fun. We might need to postpone this for a little moment, my dear. But if you survive this, we'll give you a little bit of a discount. I need you guys to roll initiative."
Not blood. It's not blood.
Wow.
That's a natural 20 initiative.
Same
Ooh.
here. Samesies.
18
Oh.
initiative.
Oh, you guys are ready.
Sly's gonna see that thing and go into a rage and draw his weapons, by the way.
Okay. 25 to 20.
24.
22.
Okay. 19 to 15.
18.
Oh, there we go.
18.
Who's got the higher dex?
Probably
Uh,
Wystera.
Mine is +1.
Yeah, mine's 0.
Okay. So Eren, you're gonna go first, followed by Squally. Yeah, you are presently over a barrel right now with this stretch that has pulled itself up, staring you in the face.
As I'm screaming, it's not blood. I'm just going into a rage.
Alrighty.
And then I'm gonna try to smacky this thing.
And schmacky schmacky that thing.
Dirty 20 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
And 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh shit, okay. We take those. 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage. Yeah, this creature's like, it's not blood. You dig the hammer into its face and it just sinks right back into the liquid, dead. And then just like demonic blood begins to pool up into it. Yeah, you one-shotted that fucker.
I didn't think that was going to happen. Morris. Well, now that I'm in a rage, I think Eren would just start running up the stairs.
Sure. In terms of running up the stairs, you would be able to get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You'd be able to get to the just halfway up the second set of stairs that is up there. You'd run past the bone mill at that point.
Okay.
Running up into that spot, you would run into Morgantha.
Okay. Well, I'm just there.
Alrighty. You run right up there. Morgantha's right at the base there, just like, oh, where is my other daughter? Bella! Okay. That goes to
Yeah.
Squally, leading us
Bitch is
to
dead.
Wystera. She looks at you. What do you mean? She looks at you coldly.
Well, this is disappointing. I was sort of hoping to learn about the process of these little sweets that you've made, but oh well.
Might give you first-hand experience. That's what Ophelia says to you. The little sack creature beside you like shows its silvered claws. I will say, Eren, too, there is another sack scarecrow on your floor.
Yeah, so I'll pull out my crossbow and take a shot at her.
Okay, it will be with disadvantage unless you don't have unless you have a feat for that. I'm trying to remember. No, you have the magical adept one, but it will be with disadvantage because you have the sack creature next to you.
Oh, the sack creature. Yeah, I will. I mean, really, what I want to do is dive away from the sack creature and then take a shot at this hag, but I don't think that's going to work out well. All right, I'll pull out my longsword then and take out the sack creature. Attempt to take out the sack creature.
You're going to attempt to do which to that creature? My apologies.
Kill it.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and make an attack.
17 to hit.
That hits.
And my longsword. I've lost track. I do not have the silver sword. I gave that away. I have my longsword, which is a 1d8 plus 0 strength.
Yes.
Yes, correct. That is a 6 damage.
Okay. You stab the sword through the sack creature and it looks unimpeded by the attack. What else do you want to do?
Pull the sword out and I would like to. How many steps away am I from my party up on that second level?
You are about 15 to run down the stairs.
Yeah, I'll do that if I can.
Sure. You, first of all, are going to take an attack of opportunity. Then I need you to make an athletics check. Does a 10 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Scarecrow swings wide.
And that is.
Well, I'd say this or an acrobatics check. You can choose between the two.
Okay, thank you. I will take acrobatics. That's a 13.
13. Okay, no. You try to jump over Morgantha, who is kind of between you and getting down lower. And as you try to leap, she puts you down with a hand and sets you on the stairs. So now you're caught between her and the stairs leading up to the other floor.
Outstanding. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that goes to Sly.
Did that get skipped?
Oh, yeah, you did. Squally, yeah.
I was like, you're like, that's Squally, and let's go to Wystera. And I was like, what?
Huh?
I haven't gone yet. But I didn't want to disrupt. I thought
Doesn't
maybe
make any
like
sense.
I thought it was like a thing where we were just panning back to Wystera for a second.
No. You have a sack creature next to you, and there's one near not next to anybody, but near Sly.
I will try to hit the one next to me with my hammer.
Go ahead and make an attack.
Uh, 15?
That hits.
Nice.
D4 plus 1 plus your strength.
Really?
Yeah, D4 plus 1 plus your strength.
What is my strength? So plus 0. So 5. 5 damage.
Nice. You smack it, and this like kind of blue light strikes into the face of the sack creature, giving a torn hole where you just see like kind of this like dead framed figure underneath it.
Nasty.
Okay. That's all you're gonna do, Squally? Anything else?
No, nothing else. I got nothing.
All right. Sly, your turn.
Cool. You said there's a sack creature close by me?
Yeah, there's the one on Squally, and there's one near you in the middle of the room.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the one near me first, and then Go for the one close by Squally.
Alrighty.
Okay. But first I'll attack this one. Let's see. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Does a 19 hit?
Yep.
Yep.
I'd love if I said nuh-uh.
That is 9 damage first attack. And 4 damage for 13 attacks.
13 damage total.
13 damage. Yep.
Okay.
Is that thing still
So
up?
you stab into it. It is still up, and those sword attacks do not have the same devastation that you remember having before with the scarecrows.
Okay. How many creatures are in there? Okay, actually wait, before you answer that, I'm going to am in a rage. I forgot to select my weapon, but I will select my tail.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take an attack with that as well.
Take an attack with your tail?
Okay. Yeah, can I with my extra attack? Or no, that has to be with one of the weapons I chose.
I mean, you can flavor
Yeah.
it to hit it with your tail.
I can take a swing at it with my tail now.
Sure. Make it a yeah, I'd say you can make a tail attack.
Okay, sick.
It will be
Yep.
considered unarmed, so it would be your strength mod only for damage.
For damage, no, I can wait.
Your tail is for AC, not for damage.
No, I can use it. It deals 1d8 of piercing damage on a hit.
Your tail?
Yeah, tail. I grow a lashing spiny tail. Deals 1d8 piercing damage on a hit.
Oh,
Has reach property. If a creature you can see within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack roll, use my reaction to swipe my tail and roll a
oh
d8,
damn, I never knew
applying
you
a
could do
bonus
that.
to my AC. Yep.
Oh shit. That's pretty good.
Yeah, all of them are used for damage. Bite can
All right.
heal, claw gives me extra attack, and this benefit is that. So okay, sick. Oh, nat 20.
Oh shit.
Okay,
First
so
time using the
that's,
tail attack, you're gonna get it right between the eyes.
That's sick. 3d8 of damage.
Ooh, baby.
And
And
it
is
does,
this magical?
yeah, it is magical.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Cool.
Okay,
Oh shit.
yep. Whoop. Fart. That's only 9 damage.
Hey, that's full
Magical.
9 damage. The tail whips out and cuts across the sack creature's face. The sack peels away and falls off. What you see underneath is just a match of like weird caught up like kind of moldy looking bones, as well as kind of like this weird framed eye underneath it that kind of gives this weird like porcelain masked look that's shattered. Yeah, terrifying face underneath.
Okay. These are the similar like scarecrow creatures we faced before?
Yeah,
Okay.
except they are childlike. They are fitted for these individuals.
Okay. Yeah, and the thing next to yeah, this one's still the one I just attacked is still kicking around.
Yep.
Okay. I'll use my do I still have a bonus action? Can I use my short sword attack again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Well, you raged, right? Yeah, that was your bonus action.
Didn't I do that before? Like when we came in?
You didn't say that you raged, did you?
Oh, I thought I did. My bad. I
No.
thought I did. Okay, then never
No.
mind. Yeah, that's it.
If you did, then it would have burned off and you would have to do it again because it was a
Oh,
full like
never mi- oh.
round. You're not doing anything. So
Gotcha. Okay,
Okay.
never mind then.
All right. So here's what happens. Morgantha's gonna go. She looks between you and you, Eren. You, Wystera, and Eren, and she says, "Oh my goodness, so much to do, so much to do. You are just the right size, and normally we only reserve it for particular creatures, but I'm certain we can make an exception with you." She's gonna try to get past you, Eren, first of all.
Okay.
Go and make an athletics check.
I get advantage on strength checks when
If
I'm
you're
raging, right? I
are
am
you
raging.
raging? Okay, then yes.
That's what I thought. Oh, they're both shit. 13.
She got an 18. She chips you over with her like leg as she kind of peels it up from underneath her kind of like sagging dress and just kind of pushes you completely with her thigh and then makes it over. She smacks her way past and breaks the window to stand on the outside platform, and she gestures a finger to you. She's gonna make an attack roll.
Did she leave my range?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You and Wystera can make an attack of opportunity against her.
Okay.
Oh,
Oct.
good. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't hit with a 10.
19 for Wystera.
Okay. That's gonna hit Wystera. Eren, let me know the damage here, Wystera, and I'll let you know what happens. A black
5.
beam, and thank you. A black beam shoots out to hit you, Eren, and it encompasses you. And in your rage, you feel a sagging of your muscles, and your body begins to kind of shake and weaken underneath the weight of your hammer. You currently will only be dealing half damage on weapon attacks that deal with strength, as you are hit with a ray of enfeeblement.
I don't even get to like roll anything.
Oh, you do, but it just deals damage. Yeah, right now you don't. At the end of your turns, you will roll a Constitution save. Okay. That is Morgantha's turn. She's outside. Actually, she moves out continuously onto the platforms. Okay, that's her turn. It then goes to Ophelia. Ophelia is gonna step out, and all she's gonna do. Yeah. Not terrible. She is going to just simply lash out, and is going to cast a magic missile on you, Wystera.
Damn it. Was auto hit.
5, 9. You take 11 points of force damage as you feel like these kitchen knives stab into your back, and then vanish. And then Kari gets her turn. Kari sees the scarecrows, hears the breaking glass, and runs upstairs. She goes up, catches Morgantha on the side. She yells out the window, "You gonna do something or what?" And the ravens are going to be summoned at that moment. And they actually get to take their turn right now. They are going to actually have to fully dash to get up, but they all encircle and encompass Morgantha at this moment. Okay. Now the scarecrows get to go. The two downstairs, I need Kari, I need Squally, and I need Sly to make wisdom saving throws. I need Eren to make a wisdom saving throw, and Wystera, you're going to get attacked. 17 and 16. Do those hit you?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Wystera, you take 7 points of slashing damage and then 9 points of slashing damage. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with both of those. What'd you guys roll?
10.
11.
2.
Okay. You succeed, Eren. Squally and Sly, you fail. You are now frightened, and as you are frightened, you are paralyzed until the end of the Scarecrow's next turn.
Back to Wystera.
Yes.
Roll. First wisdom was a 16. Second wisdom was a 22.
You succeed both times. Just think of it for me in a moment here, guys. We're gonna get to you in a moment. Eren, it's your turn.
All right. Well, weak Eren is to shakily run out and try to hit Morgantha, I guess.
Okay. The Scarecrow that is next to you is going to make an attack of opportunity as you run outside. That's going to miss you. You begin to
Okay.
go out. Now, Kari is outside here too, and you are. And this is a very unstable platform. I need you to make a. I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Yeah. What just fell? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You are able to deftly move across this platform without it breaking. And you get up to Morgantha. Go ahead and make some attack rolls.
Oh man, first one definitely misses. Second one is a 15.
Misses.
Yeah.
You're now unable to really understand the full strength of your hammer while you're trying to operate on this. Squally, it comes to your turn. I just want to know. Oh yeah, sorry, Eren.
Do I get to make a con save?
Yes, you do. Thank you very much. Make a Constitution saving
Okay.
throw.
Please. 14.
That is exactly what you needed to roll. You take a deep breath in and your muscles swell up a second time. Squally,
Nice.
I need you to just describe to me what is the deepest, darkest fear you have that is going through your mind at this moment.
Oh, being alone.
Oh no. You are in a deep, dark forest, all alone, stuck and sitting there with nothing but the hallowed screams of your mind, Squally.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Wystera.
I would like to attempt. I want to. I believe I have Searing Smite. That's from Zerial.
Yep, you do.
Okay. I'd like to cast that on Morgantha.
You don't cast it on Morgantha, you cast it on your weapon, and then you go out to attack. But Morgantha is on a platform right now that Kari and Eren are on, so the DC for you to be able to get on that platform is going to be very high.
Okay. So, okay, so I attach that to a weapon. All right. So all I have within that I could attack with is this little
Yeah, there's two scarecrows around you.
yeah. Yeah, okay. So I'll this scarecrow that I took the first shot at that was kind of not helpful. So does it do I see it having a heart somewhere or a middle
This
spot?
is a construct. This is a construct.
But in the other construct had a center core, I thought we identified.
That was the creeping hut. That is not the scarecrows.
Okay, I thought that was the scarecrows. I thought we found a spot to go for the scarecrows.
I mean, scarecrows are vulnerable to fire. You've seen them burn pretty fast, so
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Well, okay. Maybe I made it all up in my head. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Searing Smite on my longsword and take a shot at the nearest scarecrow.
sounds good.
$18.
That's gonna hit.
Come on. 8 damage.
What if that is the sword, and what if that is fire?
So the sword, that was just the sword, was 8,
Okay, so then you gotta roll a d6 for the fire.
and D6 plus cha I have.
D6 plus charisma.
Plus cha.
Yeah. So that's
How does
2.
that happen? Is that how is that? What is that?
Searing Smite says concentration 1 minute, must make con saving fail, damage 1d6 plus cha, target ignites in flames.
There's no charisma bonus on the spell, so there is no charisma, but it's just a d6.
Okay, just a d6, so 2 then. It's set.
2. So that is then doubled, and this small scarecrow emulates up into flames, and is gonna be that way for a while. It's taking more damage on its turn. Sly,
Yeah.
as
Thanks.
you are in your paralyzed moment, you hear a very familiar sound. Hey, Sly.
Oh god.
Oh,
You see creeping up out of the woods a very familiar clown beginning to look. Thought you were rid of me that easy, huh?
Flaws not letting the clown see his fear. He's not giving it the power.
That's okay, Sly. I can smell your sweat. More
No, you
I hate
can't. And then he starts
clowns.
panically whacking at it and like trying to wipe off the sweat that he knows isn't there.
Morgantha's gonna take her turn, seeing you come up onto her. Is gonna take her claw and try to strike against you, Eren. That's gonna be a miss. She swings up high. Okay. Ophelia then gets her turn and is going to because she's already made a distance, is going to cast another magic missile on Wystera. 4, 8, 10 points of force damage. More daggers hit you.
beautiful. Thank you.
Okay. Kari's going to take her turn. Kari sees Morgantha. As a bonus action, is going to cast Spiritual Weapon, so that the weapon is a giant wooden stake, like it's just a giant witch's burning pyre to stab her with. That's a nat 1, misses. But then she herself is going to try to swing overhead of Eren. Misses as well. Yeah, it doesn't hit on those. The Ravens get their turn, though. Miss. Hit.
Come on, Ravens.
Natural 20, hit. Okay, so they deal. Okay. That's 14 points of damage reduced to 7. And 3 points of damage reduced to 1. And then 7 points of damage reduced to 3. Morgantha. Okay. Just looking a little wounded. Okay, we're about to come up to the top of this round here. Scarecrows get their turn. Downstairs, they get 2 attacks with advantage on Squally and Sly. What's your AC again, Squally?
15.
Okay, one of them hits you, and Sly, I believe one of them also hits you with a 18.
Can I roll for my tail first?
Do don't know if you can take. It doesn't say you can't take reactions. I'm just gonna read incapacitated. You can't take reactions, so no.
Okay, yeah, 18 hits.
All right, so these are both critical hits on both of you because you're paralyzed. Squally, you take 14 points of slashing damage. Sly, you take 13 points of slashing damage. You both come out of paralysis at this moment. Wystera, you're gonna get
Is that 13 reduced by half?
it is not reduced by half, so you can reduce that. Wystera, what's your armor class?
14.
Okay, one of them makes 14. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you take 6 points of slashing damage. And then one of them's gonna attack Kari outside.
Yeah,
And
I
hits
forget.
Kari once.
Is it rounded up or rounded down?
It's rounded down.
Down. Okay. Thank you.
Kari only takes 3 points of damage.
14.
You succeed. You are not paralyzed. Okay, very quick check-in. I just want to see who all is okay to be sticking around for a little bit longer here. And we're going a little over time.
I'm okay.
I'm gently dying, meaning I'm getting very sleepy.
Getting very sleepy. Got it.
Depends how much later. I do have some assignments I need to get done. But
Right. Sounds good. Let us go then for at least one more round, and we'll be able to see how everybody's doing with that.
Sure.
We're going to come up. Eren, you're going first, and then Squally, you are on deck.
Go
Okay,
Squally.
now
Oh,
Being back
reminding me
to-
for Morgantha. Okay, she holds concentration. She does not drop the Ray of Enfeeblement on you.
didn't I already succeed though?
Oh, you did. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Swole.
Yeah, being back to beef, I will take 2 swings.
Getting that beef.
19
Good.
That hits.
and 18.
That also hits.
Nice.
The beef is back, baby.
That's 31 points of damage.
Oh, there you go. Whack, whack. It's cracking inside of her like fiendish ribs. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I grind your bones nice and 7 times over. Okay. Anything else you doing?
Sense.
It's a little difficult with the birds flying around me.
No, that's all. That is all.
Fantastic.
Staying right there.
All right. Squally, your turn.
Who is in my vicinity?
There is the sack creature on you and the sack creature on Sly.
That figure is still going. Okay, yeah, I will take a whack at him.
Sounds good.
Can I? Okay, wait, I'm holding my hammer, so I can't switch to my mace, hey?
You could switch it off if you wanted to.
I want to.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Perfecto. That's gonna be 4 damage.
Okay. That damage is reduced as the mace does not have the magical properties that the hammer does and just kind of bats it off to the side.
No.
Okay. Yeah, the sack just kind of sinks in a little bit. Anything else, Squally, or is that it?
That's all I can do.
Okay, Wystera, your turn.
Okay.
Oh, and Morgantha now has disadvantage on anybody that isn't attacking. It's just not attacking you.
I want to cast Toll the Dead on Morgantha.
Okay. Yeah, you can look outside on the window. She's gonna get roll advantage on this. That's a 21 to succeed on the saving throw.
Oh, shit.
All
Yep.
right, chimes come around here. She brushes them off and then just kind of like shatters them.
Fuck.
Anything else, Wystera?
Nope.
Okay. Sly, your turn.
Okay.
Good turn, Wystera.
Hmm. First, I'm going to use my tail on the scarecrow sack creature attacking me.
Sounds good.
I'm going to do it recklessly.
Okay.
Fuck, 11.
That hits.
Does? Sick. Four damage, magical.
4 on that one. Pretty good. You stab it through one of its kind of like torso spots.
It's still going though.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then I will continue my reckless attacks on it with next with my sword and dagger.
Right.
12 to hit
Hits.
and 18 to hit.
That hits.
That is 5 and 4 makes 9 damage.
9 reduced. Very good. Okay. Still standing up. I think you have one more attack if you want to, and it would just be just to die.
Yeah, I'll do shorts.
But yeah, it couldn't be
It
with your
couldn't be
tail.
my
It'd have to
tail.
be-
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll use my short sword.
Okay.
That's 14.
That hits.
5.
Very good. Stabbing into this sack creature. Okay. Morgantha takes her turn. Morgantha sees all these ravens around her, sees all of you. Let's see here. She is going to simply what does she want to do here? She sees all of you out. She is going to do 2 things. She gestures her hand up first of all, with all the birds whizzing around her, shoots a magic missile up at the birds. Deals 10 points of damage to a swarm. And she just simply says, I don't believe in old I don't believe in old folk horror stories. And I certainly don't believe we need to be standing up here. She jumps as hard as she can and is going to try to bring the platform down. She cracks it down and only gets to where she's falling. She falls down 10 feet, about 8 feet actually. Takes some damage. And runs to the door, opens it. Sly and Squally, you see Morgantha burst in behind you and close the door behind her, looking at both of you. Eren, you could take an attack of opportunity if you want.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do it.
Do it.
Only
that's so close.
only one group of ravens hit.
14.
14?
Yeah.
Miss.
Yeah. It was sitting on the nat 20 and then it just
Okay, that's her turn. Ophelia sees this as Wystera comes through there. She's kind of liking her spot. She's gonna cast sleep on you, Wystera. We'll see if this works. She's gonna try to get you incapacitated for scarecrows. All right, Wystera, let's moment of truth. How many hit points you got? Do you have 19?
Yes.
Do you have more than 19?
Yes.
Then you
Oh.
are not.
Oh, how many hit points? Yes. No. Yes, I have more than 19 for sure.
Then you are currently not put to sleep.
You.
Alrighty. Tried to knock you out. She didn't. And then she just kind of runs upstairs. Disappears for a moment. It's gonna go to Kari. Kari, seeing the scarecrows in the other room, is gonna run in and she's gonna attack these scarecrows. Let's see. That's gonna be a hit. She's gonna dump a smite into it. That's 3 points plus 5. So that's 8 on the 1. She's gonna attack a second time. Ooh, she's not gonna dump a smite into that one, even though it was a good hit. It's another 3 points. And she's gonna attack with the back end. Man, she's getting close. She's getting 18s and stuff like that. All right, that's another 2 points. Stabbing away at that one scarecrow. And is just gonna kind of stand there next to you, Wystera, to give some of the attention away from you. That then goes to the ravens. The ravens flood into the old bone grinder now. It's obscuring the visibility of you guys inside this tight space. Two of the swarms are coming in to attack the sack creatures. They both miss, and they're gonna make a perception check. Not very good. They're gonna be just kind of whizzing around. They're gonna attack the other sack creatures. They hit one of them this time. They actually hit both. So the other sack creature takes 7. The other one also takes 7 points of damage. 20. There we go. All right. Scarecrows take their turn. There's the one that's down by you, Sly. It's attacking you twice. Does a 18 hit?
Do I get my reaction?
Yes, you do.
Ooh. It does not.
You kick your tail around and it deflects the blade coming towards you. Squally, you what's your AC again?
15.
Okay. You get hit once. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You take 3 points of damage.
24.
You are safe from paralysis. The scarecrows now being swarmed by the birds are attacking them. Hit once. That one hits another time. Okay. That group of ravens loses some of its swarm and is weakened. That is their turn. Well, guys, currently as it stands, the ravens have swarmed into the old bone grinder. Scarecrows are currently fighting around with birds and everyone in the basement. Morgantha is on the bottom ground floor along with 2 scarecrows and a dead demon. And our allies, our adventurers are kind of all in the midst of different floors of this space. And we're going to find out if they're able to survive the old bone grinder for our next session.
Ah, ye old bone grinder.
Ah, yes. Well done, guys. Well done,
Thank
and welcome
you.
back. Happy 2-year anniversary.
Thank you. Happy anniversary. Here's a
Oh.
bunch of bone grinded children.
Yeah. Would it be Barovia if it wasn't?
Yeah, true. Thank you. That was awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
My pleasure, guys. I appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you all again. Everybody else, take care. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the valley very soon.